Welcome to the Fervent 4. Did you know that only 4% of businesses ever cross the annual $1 million revenue mark? You know, after like 60 plus episodes of this, you would think I have this memorized, but no, I still have to read on a piece of paper or a Google Doc. Hello, I'm Zack Miller, author of Anomaly. With me today, I have my co-host, Tim Ryan, lead man at startwheel.org. Thank you so much for joining us. The Fervent 4 is a weekly show each and every Thursday at 11 a.m. dedicated to sharing insights into growing a world-class business no matter the climate. Micah Miller, not my brother, probably no relation, is the managing member of Easton Outdoors, and he joins us today. Micah, what's up, buddy?
What's up, Micah?
All right, so I sent you a message a few months ago because I was asking our first guest ever, Eric McManus of Instant Teams. Did I mess that up? What's the old name? That it is Instant Teams now.
It used to be Mad Skills.
Yeah. Got it. I was like, I hope I didn't mess that up. I reached out to her and I said, who would be a good guest for the show? She said that you would be a great guest, and you straight up ghosted me. You ghosted me for a while, and I just got to get this off my chest, man. Like what? Why? Like, why are you doing that? Because it sounds like actually like a little bit before the show, you said that like you get a lot of requests for like a lot of different things, not necessarily shows, but just like things that seem, I believe the word you used was junk.
In the pre-show notes, man, this is his way of he learned how to say no. So by ghosting, that was his way of telling you no.
Yeah, and I appreciate that, and I don't think I followed up, so I was a bad salesman in that case. But Erica actually had reached out, like, "Where is it?" Like, and I'm like, "I don't know." Like,
yeah, and then she got me on it as well.
So shout out to Erica for doing that. So why do you ghost people? Do you ghost a lot of people that reach out to you, or just not a lot of podcast style requests come through? It's more people trying to get you to buy something from them.
Yeah, so it's a mixture. I definitely get a lot of requests for stuff to go on our website because we have a decent amount of content on our website. So there's always people reaching out. They're like, "Hey, can you put a plug in there for us? Can we record a video with you that we can put on your website to talk about our product?" Or so we just get all kinds of questions and emails, and sometimes it's for podcasts, sometimes it's for Pinterest, sometimes it's, "Hey, we can get you 1 million followers on Instagram." So I just every single one of them, including Zack Miller, goes to the junk.
I love that I did not stand out there. That means that I have to work on that a little bit. But we can help you get a link to your website from this and that.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. Is that still like the number one strategy from an SEO perspective, Tim? Like it, or is it just a strategy to get backlinks like that?
Yeah, I mean, you certainly want to link back, and that certainly helps. But I don't know. What are you doing so that people want to have their stuff cross-linked on your site?
So we follow I don't know if you guys know Marcus Sheridan. Marcus Sheridan wrote a book called They Ask, You Answer. And essentially the idea of his book is you want to become a market expert. You want to become the resource so that when people think about doing something in my space, it may be patios, it may be landscaping, water features. When they think about those, that I'm really the only person that they think about, because I'm just always creating content. I'm answering questions. I'm kind of more just there as a resource. And then when it finally comes time to make it actually happen, they're just like, "Oh yeah, Micah Miller," or, I saw his post on this, or I saw his blog on that, or I saw his picture on this. Yeah.
That's really interesting. So is that in terms of content creation, is that stuff that you do, or do you have a staff that does that? Because
I generate most of it.
Do you really? That's really interesting. Just in the sense of a lot of companies or different people that I talk to is like, do you do this during a rainy day? Because a lot of times it's like, man, when there's a rainy day, it's like, all right, man, we got to tune up all of the equipment, make sure that everything is good to go. But you're sitting back and you're creating content. Is that what goes on?
Yes and no. So part of our, the base of our company is content creation in the first place. So, Facebook Lives, posting stuff on Instagram, just generating the actual content. So taking pictures of your work and just showing people what you're doing. It doesn't have to be glamorous. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be always there, always present, just always happening. And so that's like, if we're always just showing up, it's hard to beat a man that just shows up for his job every day. So it's just part of our culture. It's part of our DNA in our company. It's just to, take pictures of stuff, post it, put it out there. Yeah.
I was trying to find, so in my book, Anomaly, How to Finally Stand Out the Crowd, I swear I wrote this chapter, but I couldn't find it. So maybe I didn't. Maybe it's in book 2. But where it's basically like people hide behind their FAQs where they don't, like, people ask 3 to 5, basically the same 3 questions over and over again. And they wait until they're behind closed doors to actually answer that question. And my theory is just get out in front of that and answer that every single time over and over and over again. Because if you're getting the same questions over and over, why don't you, and you answer that question for free, why would you hide behind a wall, if you will? And so maybe I didn't write it in the book. Maybe it's just something I thought about right now, but
I couldn't agree more. And one thing you'll notice about our website is what would be the number one question if you wanted something in your backyard? I paint this grand vision of everything we can do. What are you going to ask about that? Everyone asks
price, probably.
Exactly. How much does that cost? So if you go on our website, almost everything has a price tag on it, or a range, a ballpark, because we want people who kind of have an idea of what to expect. Why hide behind that taboo? Why make that something you can't find?
It is interesting because you go to a dealership, the first thing you want to do is, how much does this thing cost? And so, like, there's plenty of companies that I advise or that I work with, and they're like, no, we don't want to put the price out there. And I'm like, why? Like, they're going to figure it out at some point. They're either the right fit or they're not. You might as well just put that somewhere in there pretty quickly. And if someone can't afford you, guess what? You're not wasting your time on the phone with them being like, oh, I can't afford this thing. And so I don't know why people get so angry at that. Like,
well, and that's what I tell everyone too. It's like, man, once you differentiate yourself on price, you've lost. I mean, you've got to do. I mean, it's like, man, if you're a dollar store, I mean, you go into that place, it's a complete disarray, disaster. There's zero customer service. I mean, there's nothing else you can do.
Dude, they got dollar balloons, Tim. They have dollar balloons. That's the best place to get that's the best place to get a balloon.
I don't know. We unless you bring your balloons there, we brought balloons there, and it was helium is more than $1 if you. But anyway,
are you stuck at your home office, socially distanced coffee shop, or your fancy all bricked out corner office, wondering why no one can see your business and sales are all over the place? Sounds like you need a pro. That's why I developed the Anomaly Academy. Insert clever copy here. Oh, I guess I was supposed to put something else there. Oops. You can grab access to the Anomaly Academy now at zackmillersays.com/Anomaly Academy.